The next contestant goes by the name Sze Yen. Ms. Sze Yen is a physics teacher in a private secondary school. Her mission is to make learning physics easy and enjoyable. She also teaches dance and is passionate about fitness and often finds a way to mix physics in. Alright, with the title Microwaves, does it cause cancer? Take it away.
So, my friend called me the other day and asked if I would like to have a microwave oven. Who doesn't like free things? Of course, I said yes. But I did ask her why she was giving away a perfectly good microwave oven. Oddly, she didn't want to tell me why at first. And then she very, very reluctantly said, "Sorry, babe, I heard it can cause cancer." So it turns out she just needed to offload her killer machine. Interestingly, this myth is still quite prevalent. For example, in my classes, I found that at least 30% of my students do not have microwave ovens in their households for the same reason. And it all stems from this association of the term electromagnetic with cancer. Now, can electromagnetic radiation cause cancer? Kind of, but only if there is overexposure, which means there is too much or for too long. Overexposure to these waves: ultraviolet, X-rays, and gamma rays, because these are the high frequency electromagnetic waves. So they have a lot of energy, which gives them the potential to damage the DNA of living cells, leading to possible mutation and then potentially cancer. But as you can see, the electromagnetic spectrum is a wide one. And yes, microwaves are on it, but it's on the opposite end of the spectrum because it has lower frequency, therefore lesser energy, and do not have the same cancer-causing properties as these waves do. Now, no study has ever conclusively proven that eating microwave foods can cause cancer. So what actually happens inside the microwave oven? Well, when we switch it on and microwaves are emitted, the water particles in the food absorb a lot of energy from the microwaves, but not enough to Frankenstein the food. It's just enough so that the water particles gain kinetic energy, which will then be converted to heat, which will then be transferred throughout the rest of the food. And that's how microwave ovens are able to heat food in such a short period of time. So microwave ovens are not here to kill us. They are designed to help feed us quickly, safely, and conveniently. Well, in my case, I ended up not getting the free microwave because my friend decided to keep it. But it's all good. It's the sacrifice that I'm willing to make in the name of successful science communication. Thank you.
Thank you for the invigorating presentation that you had on microwave, and I love the chat that you had. So would we expect free microwaves coming from yourself to promote this kind of communication value that you have provided?
No, but I will send this video out to the microwave companies and ask them to hire me for their commercials.
Okay, now my actual question. Yes, so there's a lot of I wouldn't want to call the word stigma, but there's a bit of negativity surrounding microwave. Have you ever thought of any other appliances within the kitchen that also has the same kind of stigma?
Not that I can think of, but then I'm not really a cook, so it doesn't come to mind at the moment.
That is why you have a microwave.
Yeah, I do. I also have an induction cooker, but I don't know of any stigma around that.
So what I'm trying to get at here is that perhaps microwave is the only thing that is negative within the kitchen, but there must be a reason why it is in the kitchen or is meant to be in the kitchen. But there may be other appliances that also has the same thing. For example, air fryers is something that is up and coming.
I did read about that, Dr. Liu, yeah, and I believe that there has been some studies that also suggest that using air fryers for particular foods can also possibly lead to cancer, if I'm not mistaken. I remember reading about that, but I haven't actually looked into that because that's not my area of study. I don't do culinary science, but of course I would love to look more into that. And the thing is though, at this point in time, I think that air fryers are still rather new. So like microwaves have been around for years and years. So a lot of studies have been done about it. But air fryers, I think, have only come out become really popular in the last few years. And not enough studies have been done to really conclusively also prove that, yeah, it is cancer causing or it's not cancer causing. And unfortunately, I think when it comes to science, we cannot rush that scientific job because otherwise we start cherry picking our data. Oh yeah, it's going to cause cancer, so we'll look for those cancer markers, which I don't think is a fair scientific research. So I think that when it comes, and you're right, Dr. Liu, when it comes to certain new appliances like air fryers and all that, we do have to look at how it works and see whether anything dangerous could stem from the way it works. For example, for me, microwaves, they do have their own sets of dangers, but in terms of just cancer causing particularly, when we look at how the microwaves work, we can see it doesn't cause cancer in that particular aspect only. But there are other dangers, of course. That's why casing and all to protect us so that we don't, get, like nuked or blown up or something.
Thank you very much, Sze Yen. Nice to see you again. While this form of radiation put out by the microwave is thought not to cause cancer, even if some people believe that it does, typically people place food in plastic containers to heat or cook their food when microwaving. What are the dangers associated with this? And should I feel better about plastics that say that they are microwave safe? How are they different? Very quickly.
Well, the danger comes because plastic is suspected to leak and leach into the food. And of course, plastics are not organic. So we don't want plastics in our bodies. And any much we want TNT or is it the other one? Yeah, so anyway, so yes, so in terms of microwave safe plastic, it is sturdier. It doesn't melt so easily and at the temperature of the microwave. So it's thought to be safer. But I believe that if we want to be on the safe side, it is better not to use plastic at all if we are very concerned about that. So stick to glass or ceramics, for example. Definitely not metals because that would be insane if we want to burn our house down or something. It all comes down, I also feel, to education because if we look at any appliance, and there's of course dangers. For example, if you want to talk about driving a car, we need to know how to engage the gear, for example. We need to know how to use accelerator and pedal, and it all comes down to learning how to use the car correctly. And like any man-made device, because there's a process involved, we also need to learn how to use the device properly. So it does come down to educating people on how to use the device properly, because I do have, Dr. Liz, I do have students who told me that their houses don't have microwave ovens because they actually microwave plastic. So it comes down to teaching our children also, don't use plastic stuff in the microwave oven. It really comes down to education. It's like learning how to use a VCR last time, step 1, step 2, step 3. I don't know how to program a VCR anymore.
Thank you.
So, okay, ladies and gentlemen, the moment of all of us have been waiting for is finally here. The announcement of the winners. All of the 11 finalists is on board with us here, I hope. And in my hand right now is the name of the winner of the People's Choice Award, or the Audience Choice Award. Now, without further ado, let's find out who's the audience favorite contestant is. So, let me give you a bit of hint. Of the winner. So, we had a total of more than 1,000 votes casted in, and boy, you guys weren't joking when you said that you wanted to vote for your favorite contestant. So, thank you so much for your spirits. Without further ado, the winner of People's Choice Award for FameLab Malaysia National Final 2021 is Miss Sze Yen. Alright, Miss Sze Yen. Can you hear me? Are you there? So Miss Hu Sze Yen, congratulations to you. So I think it was obvious from the beginning, Miss Yen. I think it's very obvious from the beginning that you are the winner because so many comments in the chat box are just flooding through with people rooting for you. So what do you have to say to your new loyal fan base?
Oh my God. Thank you all so much. Oh my God, seriously, I never expected this much of turnout. I told everyone, I told all my family, my friends, my students, my entire school, but to actually turn up, I'm actually very shocked, and I cannot say enough. Thank you all so much for tuning in and for supporting and voting. Seriously, guys. Oh my God, I love you all 3,000 times 3,000 times 3,000. Seriously. Thank you all so much. I love you all, especially all of you who have tuned in and you chatted and you supported. Seriously, thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart.
All right, congratulations, Miss Yen. So I think it's very obvious from the beginning, right? But congratulations again. All right. So and now we move.